Good evening, or afternoon, however you want to call it. It's Thursday, 7 o'clock, I think, or somewhere in that ballpark. Now, the other day I said unless I had something new exciting to share, you wouldn't see me. Now, some of y'all might not be like super excited, but I know there's a lot of you out there, you might have heard of them, and then like some of y'all like me as a kid growing up in the Appalachian kind of atmosphere, some of y'all have had them, or at least if you haven't had them, you know of them, and you probably have seen them, and chances are you really probably have had them. Now, earlier, they're in a Ziploc bag. Oh, man, they smell so good. Man, I can't wait. Oh, they're delightful. They really are. They're so delightful. It's hard to explain. But here they are. Now, some of y'all are probably thinking, okay, it's a plastic bag with some kind of a fruit in it or something in it. I can't really tell, but here it is. And some of y'all are probably like, it tastes so good. Now, if I had my teeth, I'd chew it up and I'd eat it, but I look so damn retarded chewing like that with no damn teeth. Oh my God, it smells so good. For y'all that don't know, around here, this is called the Appalachian banana. It's like a mango and a banana mixed together. The fragrance is so unbelievable. It's so great. It tastes, the texture's like custard. This thing here is full of seeds. I mean, full of seeds. And they range in different sizes, like this one here. See, this one has like a little, kind of like a little bag down, dropping. It has like a little arch bend to it somewhat. That's what I'm saying. That's how a lot of these are. Man, it's so ripe, it's not even funny. Oh, they smell so wonderful. If I could find me a candle of this fragrance, I'd buy tons of them. I really would. They're so great. Squish up some of this air. Fill the bag up. But these are PawPaws. This bag of these right here, these are PawPaws, and they are so delightful. Now, earlier, when I say earlier, like in the week, I belong to a couple homesteading pages. And one of the people on the homestead page shared a thing, how to make PawPaw ice cream. And that is I got 2 bags of them. This is the smallest of the 2. But I am going to make some PawPaw ice cream. And I got to figure out what to do with the rest of them. I can eat them, don't get me wrong. I definitely would love to eat them. But I got to find something to make with it. Maybe like a PawPaw jelly or, hell, I don't know. I'll have to find something. But I'm going to have a shit ton of PawPaw seeds. And if you don't have a PawPaw, like Dan, if you don't have a PawPaw in your area and you would want some, hit me up, and once I get the seeds taken care of and everything and ready to do what they're supposed to do, I'll send you some. And now I know these things, if you look up the grow charts or the locations of PawPaws on Google, man, it spans from like Tennessee all the way up to New York into Canada, all through the Appalachian areas, down to South Carolina, I think some parts of South. I know it's North Carolina for sure. I'm not for sure about South. I think it is, but I could be wrong. But Kentucky and Tennessee, Missouri, Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania, I mean, they're all over the place. And the thing of it is, nowadays, stuff like this is getting harder and harder to find, because let's go to this field here, it's full of trees, and let's cut everything down so we could put houses or apartment buildings or a strip mall. So a lot of the stuff like this, it's harder to find unless you cross a few fences and you trespass in certain areas, unless you get permission. But the average person isn't going to let you just tromp across their pastures looking for pawpaws. So, yeah, they're a hard thing to come by. But I got me 2 big bags, and I'm going to make the best of it. And there's a place down the other side away from me. I don't know, it's probably a 10-minute drive, maybe, give or take a minute or two. But there's a grove of pawpaws. I'm talking, they're like all over the place. And you gotta fight the deers from around here, because a pawpaw is crack to a deer. They absolutely will destroy pawpaws. And then on top of it, if you're lucky to get any, you guard them like Fort Knox and the Gold Vault. But it is what it is. And I am so tickled pink that I have 2 bags of pawpaws. I feel like I just won the lottery. And that's no lie, because they are extremely hard to come by. I mean, you think morale picking for mushrooms is difficult? Go out in the woods and try and get pawpaws before the deers and the turkeys and the raccoons. Good luck is all I gotta say. Now, I know a buddy of mine, Puckett, or Mike, or however you want to call him. I just call him Big Puckett. I'm gonna message him here in a little bit and say, hey man, you won't believe what I got. And if I have to, sometime between now and Saturday, I'll drive into town where he works at and drop him off a small little handful of pawpaws, because he's been dying to get some. The last time he told me he had a pawpaw, he was probably about 10 years old with his grandfather, and he's pushing 40. And kind of like with me, you know, that would be like one of those sentimental moments that, you know, you could kind of go back in time in your mind and reflect when he was with his grandfather eating pawpaws on the front porch. And I mean, I don't mind sharing my stuff when I can share with somebody and they can reflect on something like that. To me, I think that's great. But like I said, once I get all these taken, cut up and sliced up, and all the seeds out of them and everything else, I might not sell them on eBay, but I do plan on selling some. I plan on keeping some, and I plan on giving some away. So if you're within my neck of the woods at the lower 48 and you want some pawpaw seeds, I'll pick some out for you, and I'll put them in a little baggie, put them in an envelope, and I'll ship them to you. And you don't even have to pay for the shipping. I'll send it to you just because. Because I know, well, I shouldn't say I know. I know of the last time I was on eBay and I had looked up pawpaw seeds. I think 6 of them, 3 to 6 of them, somewhere in that ballpark, was like 8 to 12 bucks just for the seeds. And there's like maybe 1 or 2 people at the time selling pawpaw seeds. I can't remember the exact price, but I know it was a crazy price just for some seeds. And I bought some. And I did everything like you're supposed to. And they didn't sprout. Now one did, and it really pissed me off when it did, because one of my goats got out and he ate the tree, the sapling part of the tree. That goat just gobbled it up, and I wanted to kill my goat so bad, but I was like, no, you're just doing what you're mental your mind tells you to do is eat foliage. So, but anyway, like I said, once I get the seed taken care of, if you want some seed, all you gotta do is say, hey, and I'll put my email in the box down below, so that way you don't have to send me your address on the FaceTime part of like the comment form. I'll put my email down there. You can type me in. You can type, click on that or go to Yahoo, whatever, and put my email address in and say, hey, I'm such and such. I watch your channel and I want some free seed. And once these are ready to ship, I'll put them in a little plastic bag, put them in a manila envelope. I'll even stamp it with my Butt Nuggets and Fruit Farm stamp on the package. Put your name and address on there, stamp it, and ship it off to you. And within 3 days to a week and a half, you'll have PawPaw seeds if you want them. I'm not gonna force them on you. And if you're like, well, what do I got to do? I will actually go online and look it up and for the best procedure form, and if I have to, I'll write it down on a piece of paper, or I have to write on a piece of paper, so my printer doesn't work, so I can't print it. So, but what I'll do is I write on a piece of paper in my best, sloppiest handwriting, because my handwriting sucks, I'm not gonna lie. Even printing, my handwriting sucks. So, but it is legible. And if you can read redneck, because my grammar sucks like ass. My spelling's okay, but my grammar sucks like ass. I'm going to tell you ahead of time. And that's like I was telling somebody not too long ago. They were complaining about how I was spelling and my grammar. And I'm like, it doesn't matter how bad it is. If you can read it and you can understand it, to me, that's all that matters. Yes, I graduated high school. Yes, I went to trade school. Yes, I went to vocation school. But writing in English is my worst subject. So it is what it is. I don't care. As long as you can read it and you can understand it, that's all that freaking matters to me. I don't care. But I do know I got 9 jars on the counter of cowboy candy I made this afternoon. I got to water bath it and let it cool and everything. And I was planning on doing some other stuff today for Sunday, but I had some company come over and I kind of got sidetracked a little bit, which is okay because it gives me something to do tomorrow other than what I had planned on doing. But I'm working on I made 1, 2, 3. I made 3 batches of hot sauce from three different containers, and then I got another batch in the house I need to do. I have a jalapeno and Tabasco and onion type of hot sauce I'm gonna do, and then I have my personal one, which is it's a little warm, but it's not like the crap that I make for other people. And then I'm working on my third one, and it's basically it's gonna be hot, and I mean it's gonna be hot. It's gonna burn going in, it's gonna burn twice as bad coming out. But people around here love it, so I make it, and they enjoy it. And it's kind of comical because now they're talking about a hot sauce shortage, and I'm like, whatever. It seems like every week or every 2 or 3 weeks, oh, there's a new shortage we're going to add to the list. Like, what was it? What was it 2 weeks ago? They were around here. They were talking about there's a shortage of something. Oh yeah, tomatoes. A tomato shortage. Every person in my county, I would say every person, probably 1 out of 5 people don't grow a garden in my area. And everybody else, I'm talking like people got tomatoes coming out of their ears like it's like so over plentiful. And I gather up as much as I can because I make all kinds of salsa. I make sun-dried tomatoes. I mean, I do all kinds of stuff with it. And I don't enjoy the texture of a raw tomato. The texture is what I can't do. But if it's cooked, if it's baked, if it's fried, you know, I can eat it all that way all day long. I just cannot go out to the garden, pick a tomato, and take a bite. Because if I do, I'm throwing up all over the place. Because the texture of it is what I cannot deal with. But I love tomatoes. I love tomatoes. I just cannot eat a raw tomato. It's that bad. But here's the thing that kills me. I cannot eat a raw tomato. But you give me a big old pot of boiled okra, oh slimy okra, man, I can eat that shit like it's going out of style. I can eat oysters on the half shell, no problem in the world. But if I take a bite of a tomato, you'll know where I've been, because there'd be a nasty ass puddle all over the ground. Because I will puke my guts out. But anyway, I am just so tickled that I got this bag of PawPaws. This right here is not doing it justice by any means. I'm seriously. This is not doing it justice. Of course, I had them in the refrigerator, and the bag's starting getting kind of condensation-y on it because it's not really hot out here. It's a little warm, but after these being in the refrigerator, it started to get kind of cloudy and murky on the inside of the bag of the moisture buildup. Man, this is so great. I am so happy. I'm so tickled. I swear to God, it's almost like I won the lottery. You could put a pile of cash in a bucket and put a bucket of these side by side. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be a very hard decision. If I had to pick one, it would be a very hard decision which one I'd pick. It really would. And I would say, everybody says, I would take the money, I'll take the money. But if you knew how hard it is to find PawPaws around here, because most of the, I hate to say farm area, but most of the land that has had PawPaws on them has gotten bulldozed and cut down, has become neighborhoods, or you know, a church is sitting there. You know, it's crazy. They're really hard to find in my area, and I am so blessed that I came across 2 bags of these. Because, yeah, I mean, I love my wife. Don't get me wrong, but if I had to choose between PawPaws and her for a period of time, I'll take PawPaws. Hands down, no questions asked. And she'd be bitching right now, cussing and carrying on like you wouldn't believe. But the truth is the truth. But you know, you just gotta do what you gotta do. See who this is. I think it's a neighbor. Yeah. That's the only good thing about where I'm out on the front porch. I can look to this little tree line and I can see when cars slow down and who's coming in. I'm like the nosy old lady with binoculars. I pay attention to who comes in the roadway, who belongs here, who doesn't belong here. And about a year ago, the county decided my roadway out here is no longer a county access road, it's a private road. So it's even better now, because now I live on a private road, which, you know, technically if the county wanted to come in here and say, okay, we're going to do this and this and this, they could still do it. But just saying I live on a private road, it kind of makes me feel like I'm kind of highfalutin in a way. And I shouldn't be drinking this, I know, but this good old thing, well, it's iced down now because it was a full glass of ice, but iced grapefruit juice, man, you can't go wrong with that. I know there's a lot of y'all be thinking, oh my God, I can't stand that shit. That's horrible. Well, there's a lot of things I drink that a lot of people are like, yeah. But the good thing I can say is I don't drink alcohol like everybody else does. I might have like a beer once every 6 months, so once every 2 years. A sip of whiskey, very few and far between, if not longer, than what a beer would be. And when I say a sip of whiskey, I'm talking like, and that's it. I'm talking a sip. Nothing more, nothing less. But you give me a fresh thing of lemonade, man, I'll tear that shit up. You give me a fresh thing of grapefruit juice, I'll tear it up. But as I said before, I'm getting kind of fuzzy on here. Of course, the sun doesn't go down until about 8 o'clock now. I think Friday is the last day for this year. The sun will sit after 8 o'clock. And then after Friday, like on Saturday and Sunday, it's going to start setting before 8 o'clock. And another thing I learned too, which is, I think it's kind of good in a way, but it kind of pisses me off at the same time, is I was at my mom and dad's about 3 weeks ago. Let's just say 3 weeks, maybe 4. And he was like, yeah, time doesn't change this year. I'm like, do what? He said, the time doesn't change. Congress has passed it to where nobody sets the clocks back or forward. So basically, whatever time it is now, it's going to stay that time. So basically, we are on fast time until they decide to change it again, or take away the non-turning back the clock. Now, in some ways, I'm glad it's on fast time non-stop. But then again, I kind of wish it was back on slow time and stayed on slow time. Because, yeah, granted, when it's spring and summertime, the sun's going to be up longer, and you don't have to readjust your slow time, fast time back and forth. I understand that. But in some ways, I think would be kind of cool if instead of the sun setting, say like at 9:30 in the summertime, it was set at 8:30. Now, don't get me wrong, I know that, yes, fast time in the summertime is great because you got more daylight, you can do more things and everything else. But, I don't know. In some ways I wish it was on slow time, but I am thankful they actually picked a time and left it. So, if you haven't heard, yeah, we don't set clocks back. Congress done made sure of that. So, whatever time it is for you right now, it's going to be the same time until they decide, hey, we done something stupid, let's fix it. And evidently the government does that every so many months, every so many years. And so, yeah, I ain't going to say it's permanent, but you never know. So y'all have a great and blessed day, and I will catch you all again soon. I just had to share my pawpaws. I really did, because, I mean, this is like, it'd be just like if you play lotto and you hit the Powerball. This is what it's like to me. And, but yeah. So anyway, I'm going to shut up. I'm watching traffic go by. Y'all have a great day. And you might not see me until sometime this weekend, or it'll be next week. So, unless something really miraculously happens, like this, or something better than this, which I don't know how that's going to be topped, unless I get a huge load of lumber for free, or somebody comes to market and buys up everything at one time. That's just some ideas, but it's not gonna happen, but you never know. So, but anyway, y'all have a great day, and I'll catch y'all again soon.